A minor miracle is mounted by the fact that there are no injuries spread among the near hysterical crowd. This truly is a social document for our time. Young ladies fainted, but authorities feel that some were playing possum, so that they might be lifted over the fence and thus be nearer their idols.
We can find out literally anything.
We found
anything
out
at all.
The blood types.
You can find the blood types of the people, the birth certificates,
times,
everything. We found out the time, exactly to the minute that One Direction was formed together. I mean, that was a private meeting with Simon Cowell. How would we know that?
Who here knows the most intimate personal details of his life? Who here has gained a follow from him on Twitter because you have spammed him so much? And who here has the largest folder on their computer of the rare pictures of him?
Girls that will readily admit that they are groupies have a very special sort of mentality, you know, and they aspire to that position.
Was an influx of baby groupies, and I mean babies. They were 13 and 14, and I was already the grand old age of 21. Boy, the guys wanted these baby girls. That was the next step for these guys. So Jimmy got involved with a young girl named Lori. She was 14, or not quite 14.
You know, calm demeanor about him. Something very mysterious and always kind and sweet. Immediately fall in love with him because he's so sweet. I used to stand on the side of the stage and just be in awe and say, why me? You know, he's playing in front of 30,000 people at the Forum.
On the other hand, Paige told journalist Ellen Sander, everybody knows what they come for, and when they get there, they act so special. I haven't got time to deal with it.
It's kind of like being at a buffet where everything is laid out and you don't have to take this or this or this, but it's all there to be eaten.
You said earlier that you felt that in the 50s and 60s that the younger audiences were more sexually inhibited. Do you feel that with this less sexually inhibited audience that you're providing some kind of a service to your groupies?
Yes, in some ways, sure.
We'd wander around the backstage area, and then one thing would lead to another.
And how hard it is to meet them. They don't understand how upset you get. The fact that you haven't met them and other people have.
If they said chop off an arm, I would.
I have. Oh my god, yeah.
Do you feel that the popularity of hard rock music with young girls is a result of the fact that their aggressiveness, particularly their sexual aggressiveness, has been suppressed in society?
Yes.
And as Nina files her nails, she attempts to tame the beast of womanhood that claws through her girlish exterior.
I wouldn't kill a puppy, but I'd probably kill a cat. Like,
no, that's so horrible.
Oh my god, I don't care.
Everyone has a heart.
Okay, I would kill like a goldfish.
People would kill each other.
Yeah.
I reckon. Definitely.
I'm part of a fandom that can kill you if they wanted.
2 flipped out groupies kill pop star.
Wouldn't that be something?
Ram rotten banana up his nose.
Oh,
that's for you, Luther.
What can we do to him, though? Oh.
We barely, that's what we've been doing ever since we woke up today. We've been sitting here writing this about Luther and thinking of what really mean we could do to him tonight. Really mean, besides pour ketchup on his head. Because he's such a jerk and such an easy fuck, and he thinks he's so cool, and he picks up all these chicks.
And he calls us every time we walk by his table.
Every time we walk by his table,
I don't know what to think.
Brenda, Diane, come fuck me, come fuck me.
Like a big
We're like, we wouldn't fuck him, we've already fucked him, we know he's no
and he's
good.
no good at all.
You see, in other words, if the plaster casters made a plaster of Luther's unit, they couldn't really do it, because if they did, they would lose it. The plaster would be so teeny.
I'll time you.
You're still doing the what's-it-call-its? The plaster cast. Hey, that's not what it do me. No, I want one for myself to hang on the wall.
Do you feel that
actually the whole groupie scene is there are parts of it that are very sophisticated. There was an exhibition last year in New York of 2 groupies who of plaster casts of their trophies.
She called me the head plaster caster because I gave the head, and she's a master plaster caster because she's the originator of the idea.
So-called. Do you consider that the groupies can be an art form?
And they have some funny ways of showing their love.
There's this whole thing that Harry and Louis have had a relationship and that they're both gay.
Luther came over from England.
No.
To drive all the
And
groupies
on a banana
wild. Luther came over from England to drive all the groupies insane. But he only gave them heartbreak and only caused them pain. It's corny.
Morgana Welch explained to Please Kill Me that our art was fashion, ambient art. Thrift stores were a groupie's go-to as it allowed them to piece together outfits with complete control and no limit to creativity. Pamela Des Barres spoke with Vogue about the groupie fashion sense, saying, "I just wanted to be understood by the way I looked."
Prize. This is the dress I made out of hankies.
Oh, wow.
My original hanky dress.
Oh my God.
She added that part of what she did as a groupie was take fans shopping and even make them some of the clothes that ultimately shaped their style. At the forefront of that was Anita Pallenberg, who is widely credited with changing the entire look of the Rolling Stones as they stepped into the 1970s. Keith Richards even gave her a shout out in his memoir Life, saying, "I started to become a fashion icon for wearing my old lady's clothes."
Well, I like people, you know, and I take them for what they are. I think that there are some groupies who are interesting, and there are other groupies who are really boring, and there are other groupies who are fun, and they're...
We had a lot of fun doing that. And looking at the cocks, she's got a lot of them. She used to keep them above her bed in the headboard of her bed. She'd go, this is the Jimi Hendrix alcove, and see, and she'd open up the sides, you know, show 'em. It's really funny.
Groupies who are this and that, and they're just... The reason you classify them as groupie is because they present themselves in a groupie situation. In other words, boop.
This is Luther's eyes. Only give about 6 inches in between. Come on, write this down. That's the only place he has 6 inches is between his eyes. By the time he gets to be famous, he's already fucked everybody there is.
There's no challenge.
There's no challenge.
Posate comediante.
Yeah, there are a few teenagers that went in and out of there that had some pretty hair-raising stories. I'm not the only one.
I don't know how to explain it, and I don't know how to explain why men loved underage girls. You know, what was Rodney doing having a club with a bunch of underage girls in there? And the bands were drawn to that club. So I think that was probably the fascination of it all, don't you think?
And I wanted them to know I regret it.